Hello viewer, this is Shining Light Television recording live. As I told you earlier on about the marriages we're going to organize. It's so well organized here. As I'm broadcasting and recording on this, you can see it that we have organized the wedding already. We're only looking for money to show it to the public to broadcast it. So this is Shining Light TV London broadcasting live. As you can see, this is the governor. As you can see, this is the governor. So we have written a letter to the governor, and they are going to give us some funds. This is Shining Light Television recording live. This is Nigerian logo, governor's logo. As you can see, all these states, we have covered it already. That's why I brought the map to show you. This is Shining Light TV London broadcasting live. As you can see it, we have covered it already. This is Shining Light TV London speaking live. As I'm showing you all this wedding, you can see it. You can hear my voice even though you don't see my face. Look at the whole wedding. We have covered it. This is Shining Light. And these are all our hairstyle. Shining Lights London broadcasting live. As I'm talking to you right now, I am talking to you in London. I'm in London talking to you. As you can see, the governor's logo is there as well. I'm going to show you the governor. Yeah, because when I was telling you, when I was working in office of the Senate President in Lagos, TBS, Tafawa Balewa Square, because 19 states came for meeting, and Mbakwe, when Mbakwe was the governor of Imo State, Mbakwe did not send he sent some wrong person, and Wayas was on the committee where they are holding the meeting, was attacking the man. Say, why is it that you're crying governor? They call him back with them, crying governor. Why is it that you're crying governor that always want money? He did not send the right person. I think he's supposed to send maybe the deputy governor, but he sent a speaker, or somebody in some legal advisor to the governor. So President Joseph Wayas wasn't very happy about who the Governor Mbakwe sent to the committee for the 19 state meeting, So I was there watching, and I learned a lot. Even then, they want me to be one of the politicians. I say, no, politics is not my best bet, because I wanted to be a good caterer and to feed the masses, because Jesus is always a feeder, and I have a heart of God. So as I'm telling you viewers now, these are the Imo State. The Imo State, as you can see it, we've covered this whole place. That's why I put all these our stickers. As you can see it live, I'm broadcasting this in London live right now. As you can see all these marriages, I've been working hard. When I told you I have been working hard, you see me in the air. It's not an easy thing. I've been working day and night. Sometimes I don't even sleep. Sometimes as soon as I remember what to do to get it right, I wake up and start doing it. I have been working very hard. As I'm showing you this, I have been working very hard. As you can see, it is not easy when you have worked in that type of hot office of the president, and you come to London, you start working with children. Even your children are very demanding as well, So as you can see, all these marriages, and I will not like it to go wrong, because now we have established it, and this is a state something, this is a national something. As you can see, I'm going to show you few of this, because few of this town. You can see it here right now live. As I'm broadcasting live. As I can show you, it's not easy. You can't do it on your If not for God, I can't do this. All these things you are seeing, if not for God being beside me, I cannot do it. I will show you a lot of wedding. I will show you a lot of hashwebis. I will show you a lot of events. As I'm broadcasting right now, I'm in London, broadcasting live. And I've showed you the governor office. I've showed you the governor of Imo State so far. So far, I saw on this their poster, I don't know if it's the recent governor, because I don't know, but this is the only one I saw on the poster. So as I'm showing you to you right now, you can see that it's not easy. You need to have the glory of God. And this is the house of Solomon. When Solomon asked God, what do you want me to give you? When God asked Solomon, what do you want me to give you? Solomon said, I want knowledge. And the same prayer, the Song of Solomon, I always pray, so Lord, give me that wisdom you gave to Solomon. As you can see, this from A to Z is full of happiness. From A to Z is full of happiness. This is even for you to see this is house of Solomon. This is the temple of Solomon. This is full of happiness. This is full of wisdom. This is full of knowledge. Because it's an institution ordained by God. And all these places we covered, any of our wedding, they are always happy. Any of our event, they are always happy. Any of our wedding, they're always happy. As you can see it right now, as I'm covering all this, you can see that this is House of Solomon. This is House of Solomon. As you can see it live in London as I'm broadcasting. You can even see a lot of camera in my face. As you can see it right now, this is House of Solomon. I'm going to show you each one, and each one has meaning. You can see right here that when the bride is coming, the bride was happy. And you can see that is why when Jesus went to do that wedding in wedding of Kenya, they say the wine are finished. Now this wine was refilled here. Now Jesus have refilled the wine. Jesus have refilled the wine. That is why the bride was dancing and bride was dancing, because Jesus have refilled the wine. The old wine is the present wine is even better than the old one. So in here you can see that Jesus have refilled the wine as well. Every column of this, Jesus have refilled the wine. When the wine finished, Jesus refill it. You can see here, when Jesus refill wine, nobody can empty it. Jesus have refilled the wine here. You can see it here. Jesus have refilled the wine. As I'm showing it to you public, you can see it. Jesus have refilled the wine. As you can see right now, Jesus is doing his work, refilling the wine. When the wine finish, Jesus will refill it. When you are going through whatever you are going through, make sure that Jesus refill the wine. As soon as Jesus refill the wine, nobody can empty the wine for you. Jesus have refilled the wine. There's no point of me taking it one. Every poster here, Jesus have refilled the wine. Every poster in this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. 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 When the wine finish, Jesus refill it. Jesus have refilled the wine. Here, Jesus have refilled the wine, because Jesus is the ultimate. Jesus is the way. In this column, you can see it. You can see teenagers very happy. Jesus have refilled the wine. Everywhere here, that is why, in a short way, this is the house of Solomon. This is the temple of Solomon. This is the house of Solomon. Everywhere is happy. Jesus refilled the wine. You can see in this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. You can see here, Jesus have refilled the wine. Oh, hello viewer, you can see that every column here, Jesus have refilled the wine, is full of happiness. Even in the governor, Jesus have refilled your wine. Jesus have refilled your wine. In this column, Jesus refilled the 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 wine. You can see, because as I'm showing you this, I'm going to show you to you gradually. You can see in this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. You can see here, Jesus refilled the wine. It's not only the bride and groom. Jesus refilled the wine. Everybody that is there. You can see this column. Jesus have refilled the wine. Even the little girls that are there. Jesus refilled the wine for them. In this column, you can see that Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, you can see Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, you can see that Jesus have refilled the wine. You can see life that Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. Because when the old wine finished, Jesus will refill the wine. In this column, I'm going to take it turn by turn now. I'm going to take it turn by turn. You can see these women, when their wine finished, Jesus refilled the wine. I start from this. Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, I go back again. Jesus have refilled the wine. Have refilled the wine. In this column, every dead data, we are putting it to the net in the name of Jesus. This column, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. Every dead data, we are putting it. The man was speaking, but it was a prophecy that he was making. Every dead data. He said that there's millions of dead data. Every dead data, we put it in the net right now. Jesus have refilled the wine here. Jesus have refilled the wine here in this column. Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, 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 Jesus have refilled the wine. Hello, viewers. As you can see that I've spoke and we are marching forward. We have more events to show you. This, you haven't seen anything yet. There's a lot of events. You can see that here in this column, the way Jesus refilled the wine there, the way Jesus refilled the wine, you can see here raising up the hand to the glory of God, because Jesus have refilled the wine. You can see her putting her hand to the air, telling God that you're a good God. You can see this column that Jesus have refilled the wine. As I talk to you viewers, you can see it here. The ladies, they were clapping, they were amazed. Jesus refilled the wine. In this column, you can see that Victor scored the goal. Jesus have refilled the wine as well. In this column, when David Beckham, where is it? When David Beckham scored, Jesus refilled the wine as well. Jesus have refilled the wine in every column of here. You can see when they were interviewed, when the man was interviewing me, Jesus have refilled the wine. You can see it when Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, you can see it. Jesus has refilled the wine. In this column, as you can see it, Jesus have refilled the wine. As you can see it here, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. Every column of this, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. As you can see it, Jesus has refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. As you can see it live, Jesus refilled the wine. In this column, Jesus have refilled the wine. As I'm going to show it to you, I'm going to take it in tongue and show you, viewers, as you can see that in every column, Jesus have refilled the wine, because the old wine finished and the new wine have come. You can see that this is the temple of Solomon. This is the house of Solomon. In this Banti castle, Jesus refilled the wine. As you can see it here, the children are quite happy. They are panting in the castle. In that column, the children, Jesus has refilled the wine. You can see it there, Jesus has refilled the wine. Hello viewers, as you can see it here, Jesus have refilled the wine in this column. Jesus refilled the wine. As I'm going to take it in tongue, Jesus have refilled the wine in that column. Jesus have refilled the wine